Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am grooming Zuma. He is a 7-month-old puppy and he is a mini Bernedoodle. And I am doing his first haircut today, as you saw from my thumbnail. I am starting off by giving him a bath in Bark to Basics Wild Berry shampoo. So I start off by soaking his hair in water and then lathering the shampoo on him. Please watch until the end to see his amazing before and after pictures. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. And if you would like to support my channel even more, I do have an Amazon wish list down in my description. I would also like to mention you will hear another dog bark and whine, and it is Zuma's sibling Molly that I will also be grooming today, and I will have another video and it will be of Molly. And I would like to mention, before the bath that I started filming, I did grab a comb, and you're seeing me do that here. And that is because Zuma has a lot of burrs in his coat, and there are only 2 ways to get rid of burrs. And number 1, you shave them out, or number 2, you use a comb and comb them out. So that is what I'm doing because they are very prickly. And you will hear me, saying Molly's name a couple times in a firm voice. And that is because Molly is a Irish Doodle. And so Irish setters are hunting dogs, and they have a prey drive. And you can't see it in the video, but my kitty Fiona is on the other side of the window, and it doesn't seem like Molly likes cats, but my kitty Fiona does like to watch me groom. As you saw, I did rub in the shampoo to make sure he is nice and clean and gets down to Zuma's skin. So now I am rinsing the shampoo off, starting with his head and then working my way down. I am checking his anal glands, and his does not need to be expressed. And I will say, I do not recommend doing puppies' anal glands unless they have been done before, because basically once you do it, you will have to pretty much always do it throughout the dog's life. And so if you can avoid that, if possible, then I would. But obviously, if the dog is having a problem with their anal glands, then I would definitely express them. I am using Bark to Basics Blueberry Conditioner, and if you have not seen my other videos, I am using a mixing bottle for conditioner, and that is just because my bathing system doesn't work properly because the conditioner is too thick for it. So I am using my mixing bottle and filling that with water and then scrubbing it into his coat. And there are a couple moments in this video where you see me be a little bit stern with Zuma, And that is mainly because he is a puppy and there are certain things he isn't used to with him being a puppy, or him showing that he doesn't like something, or he's being a little dramatic, and that's just really just because he's a puppy. And for all pet parents and pet lovers watching this, because you're not a pet groomer, basically with puppies and especially just dogs in general when grooming, you do have to be a bit stern with all dogs, mainly just because they will try and behave a certain way. And basically when working on a dog, you just want to teach them to behave well for their groomer, mainly just because that way grooming goes faster, as well as you just want a cooperative dog when grooming. And I understand puppies, or if really any dog just needs to learn to behave while grooming. So it's just, taking time and just teaching dogs to act a certain way for their groomers. But you also, at the same time, want to do anything you can to make the dog feel safe and enjoy the grooming process. Make them feel pampered during their spa day, and you want them to enjoy being groomed and look forward to coming back. Also, a big reason why groomers usually the first thing we do with a dog during grooming time is starting with the bath, and that is mainly just because to help relax them, and like I said, give them a massage and make them feel clean. The next step I am doing is gently squeezing the water off of him, and that's just mainly because their coat holds so much water, and obviously we want to get the dog as dry as possible. And again, he does have lots and lots of burrs in him. And you can see I am continuously poking my hand on him, and that is just because there are just more burrs. Next, I am cleaning his ears, and when examining them, I did notice both his ears were pretty full with hair, and if you watched my other videos, you will know I only pluck hair when needed, and mainly meaning when the ear canal is full of hair. But the reason why I'm not doing that with him today, even though they are full of hair, is because he, number one, is a puppy, and number two, it is his first grooming time with me, and I do not want him to traumatize him and him remembering the discomfort with ear plucking. So I will do that his next grooming appointment with me. The next thing I am doing with Zuma is towel drying him. And again, I like to start with the head and work my way down. And you will notice in all of my videos, when I groom bigger dogs, I always dry them in the bathtub. And the reason for this is, one, it takes much longer to dry them, as well as I do not want to get a bunch of water on my walls. But I will usually do smaller dogs on the table when drying. As well as I have more control of the dog when in the bathtub, so I don't have to worry about my table possibly tipping over, or my arm getting bent, especially because a lot of dogs do freak out for drying. It's just a safer area. When editing my video, I noticed for whatever reason, my phone didn't record the rest of his drying. So it only recorded me drying his face. So I'm not sure what happened, so I'm sorry about that. Once I moved him to my table, I am doing his sanitary trim with a number 10 blade. I did put a belly band on him, and that is because my table is adjusted higher and I don't want to risk him falling off, as well as it really helps keep dogs still and learn to stay still for grooming. And I am sorry, I did not realize I was blocking the camera here. I did put my grooming smock on and because I am cutting his hair, and this helps so the hair doesn't stick to my clothes, as well as I did put my makeshift groomer's helper on him. If you don't know what a groomer's helper is, it is a strap that connects to the arm of the table and then connects to the dog's lead. And I used a dog's car seatbelt holder strap, and this also helps so the dog doesn't turn around while grooming. The next step I am doing on Zuma is his nail trim, and I always start with the back nails and then the front nails, and he does pretty good for his nail trim, considering he is a puppy. I am shaving his paw pads with a number 30 blade, and I do start with his back paws and then the front paws. Next, I am brushing him before I give him a haircut, and you will notice I don't normally do this on dogs before cutting their hair. Normally, I will brush them after I am done cutting their hair to get the lines out. It's mainly because they never really go longer than a number 4 blade, but he is getting a comb cut today. So that does leave the hair a bit longer. So in order to do a comb cut, haircut, the hair does need to be brushed before doing it. Otherwise it'll snag and won't cut the hair. So he does need to get brushed beforehand. And I will like to mention Zuma is doing amazing for his grooming process, especially since it's my first time grooming him. He's just doing awesome. I would like to mention, just in case any of you are wondering, if you think I am brushing hard, I wanted to let you know I did speed this video up a bit, just because it took me almost 2 hours to groom him. So I figured none of you would want to watch a 2-hour video. So I did speed this up, which is why it looks like I'm brushing him hard, as well as the particular brush I'm using. It just, for whatever reason, it's just as loud when you brush. It is the Chris Christensen Coral brush. So any groomers that use that know that it just sounds loud when you brush. And I'm not brushing hard. It's mainly, you see that you have to put enough pressure to go through the tangle. I did put the belly band back on him for safety reasons, and I am doing a blue clipper comb cut on him with a number 15 blade underneath. I'm doing his body and legs one length, and I like to start with the body and then the legs. I am sorry, I did not realize I was blocking the camera. I'm taking off the slip lead around his head to do behind his ears and under his chin. See, I do brush up with my slicker brush all over his body and then go over it a couple more times with the clipper, and this helps so that the haircut is more even and as smooth as possible. I am scissoring his belly, and you start by combing it and then just getting any extra hairs there are along his belly line. Next, I am scissoring his legs and paws, and you want to use your comb and fluff up the legs and then comb down. I'm using my curved shears to trim his paws, and I always start by rounding the paw off and then just scissoring around the paw, and then I do check in between his toes to make sure he doesn't have any matting. Let me know down in the comments if you would like my videos to have more music in them or if you prefer them without music. I am now brushing and combing his tail, and I am not trimming his tail today because he has a puppy tail and he doesn't have too much hair on there. If you have seen my other videos, you know I do one side of the dog at a time. I just find it easier, and I like to do things in order, especially so I don't forget any steps. And if any of you are wondering, during a comb cut, you luckily don't really need to check the blade as frequently because there is a guard comb over the blade, so the dog does not feel the blade, and so the blade does not get hot for them. I am repeating the same thing I did on the other side. So I started by trimming his hair on the body and legs, and then you will notice for the tuck up area, which is the area where there's loose skin, where their leg and private area is, I do like to use a number 10 blade and just very lightly skim that area. And now I am scissoring the legs and paws. I'm using my orange clipper comb with a number 15 blade underneath, and I'm doing that for his head area, and his owners did request that I leave him as long as possible, so I am just lightly trimming his face area. I'm using my number 10 blade and getting his lip hairs, and I want to say I do this pretty much with every dog I do, just so that that area doesn't mat and get food tangled up. I'm scissoring his head and face with my round shears, and I start by combing everything forward and then scissoring. I'm using my dematter around his muzzle area just because he did have some matting right there. Next, I am scissoring his ears with my curved shears, and I am trimming them pretty close to the leather, which is the ends of the dog's ear, and then I'm doing a layered ear, so I will be using my thinners. Put a bow tie on him and then sprayed him with cologne. He is all done, and I have the before and after pictures of him, and he looks amazing. And thank you so much for watching.